Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Australian rock pioneer Johnny O'Keefe. This guy was obviously very successful in Australia, just had this incredible style about him, but he also was relatively successful in the United States as well, one of the first Australian artists to do so. So it's great to look at this guy in Australia that we absolutely love. So I trust you found him encouraging. Well, going from there to 1974, we have a bit of a pairing here, Jon Anderson. Now, Jon Anderson's got a pretty amazing voice and get up really high with his voice and his range. Part of a very important part of their progressive rock band, Yes. If we think of the song Owner of a Lonely Heart, which sort of came a little bit later, that's Jon Anderson singing that one right there. And then we got Vangelis. Now, Vangelis, think of Chariots of Fire. That's him. He was the one that composed and pretty much played that whole thing. So he's very well renowned as a prolific film scoring composer. Now, back to Yes, when Rick Wakeman, who had been keyboard player for these guys, thought I kind of had it for a while. Vangelis was considered to be the replacement keyboard player, but Vangelis is more film composing and not so much rock keyboard, and so someone else got that instead. But Jon Anderson said, hang on a minute, there's just something about you. I wanted to work with you, and certainly between 1975 and 1980, he did contribute vocals to 3 of Vangelis' albums. But they thought, hey, let's go one step further and actually do an album together. And then in 1979, out came Short Stories. Now, a song that got to number 8 on the charts, I Hear You Now. We've got an official clip of that one below. Pretty cool clip, this one. Very artistic in many ways, capturing the essence of, hey, I love you, I'm with you, I really know. In fact, I reckon I'm starting to really hear you, like really listen, really just know what makes you tick. It's really beautiful to know that we can get to this point. I hear you now, and from that point we can say, let our love be free. Absolutely. So official clip of that one below. But in 1981, what a great album this one was. Friends of Mr. Cairo came out. A couple of pretty massive songs on this album. First of all, I'll Find My Way Home. This song got to number 10 on the charts, a massive hit for these two. We got a studio version, kind of miming, not really, but they're there together. But then we got a pretty amazing live version of this one with Jon Anderson and a mini orchestra. It's a beautiful version, absolutely. Jon Anderson's just playing guitar there as well. I'll Find My Way Home. It's an interesting one. The concept of home, we all know what home is, don't we? Well, or do we? The place we grew up. The place where, our life view is formed very much. Now, it is unfortunate for many people in the world these days that home was not a good place. And it just wasn't a place that we think of with fondness. But the concept of home is still there, though. We want a place where we can feel safe, a place where we can feel secure, a place where we can, catch our breath, a place where we can smile, a place where we can relax and breathe. And I think one of the things I love about this song is the journey towards that point, from singleness and aloneness to another person helping you along the way, to the people we meet. This helps us to find that central, quiet centre where our home is. I would argue that the home is not a physical location, even though that's a big part of it. Home is actually that inner sense of happiness and peace. That we know that when we have that feeling of peace and contentment, that's what home is. And so for many people, just think of a person who's like traveling all the time. There is no home, no physical home, but they feel calm and content. And so I suppose in that way, home is kind of a portable thing. That essence of home is something that carries forward with us. And I think I'll find my way home. There's something almost convicting about that particular line that I will find it at some point. We will get there one day. And I think the challenge for all of us is, keep looking. If you have not found your home yet, you will at some point. Just grab it when it happens and be really, really thankful for finding home. Absolutely. You almost think about your nervous system just getting off high alert for a minute, just becoming more relaxed. The whole body just relaxes and breathes. I Find My Way Home is absolutely beautiful song. Awesome vocals by Jon Anderson, and the backing by Vangelis is absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful song indeed. Really typifies what these two could do when they got together. Then we got State of Independence. We got a live version of this one. Donna Summer actually did a cover of this one as well. Oh my goodness, this song is an epic, absolutely stunningly produced song. This is a very, very good live performance of this one. It just builds and builds and builds and builds. There's two particular parts to the song. We've got the almost reggae feel at the start, but then it goes into more anthemic. And we're just waiting for Jon Anderson for his voice to go high. He just teases us with that for a while, and then he will, and then he gets up there and we go, wow. So just watch this all the way through. It's just one of these songs that really stands alone. It doesn't have a genre really. It's a genre all of its own. We've got absolutely productive genius happening right here. And Jon Anderson's vocals, what can we say? They're absolutely stunning. It's got a live version of State of Independence. It was around 1983 that Yes came back with the album 90125. Owner of a Lonely Heart was on that one. It's such an iconic album in many, many ways. The whole album's amazing, really. It Can Happen, Cinema. There's so many songs on there which are absolutely brilliant. Really typifies Yes to what they are capable of. So Jon Anderson did that. But then Jon and Vangelis came out with another album, Private Collection, in 1983. Move forward to 1991, Page of Life came out, and I suppose this is a bit of a call to the world. Change we must. We've got the official clip on this one, a real call to the world, this one, about how we're going, where we're going, and how it's not going so well. Sometimes we need a song to tweak our conscience and shake us out of our conformity at times. So change we must, absolutely. And go forward to 2024. Change is actually no longer a luxury. Change is something we've got to do, or else the world's not going to be so good. Just so many people struggling in this world right now. Change we must. Official clip on that one. So between 1980 and 1991, there are 4 studio albums, 2 compilation albums, and 13 singles. So they're well and truly, and these two icons of music really coming together and really creating some poetry and some beauty, particularly of the Friends of Mr. Caro album. 13 singles in there as well. So the links to those 5 clips are in the description below, and I've included my last video from Johnny O'Keefe. So if you want to recap on him, feel free. Well, if this is your first time to Live Reflections in Music, or you've come back for another one, how great to see everybody here. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to go on to Aussie John English. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.